These sessions are very, very tight, and in Pro Stock Motorcycle, everybody chasing the teammates. John Hall and Matt Smith right now. John leading the way with that 6.846 second pass.
Yeah, I already have a Twitter question from you.
No, that's right. We're on Twitter. Well, most of us are.
Ooh, baby.
It's
from Ooh, baby. Who do you think will go #1 this round? So we got the experts up there. Alan Johnson said that he has the most problems with lanes 2 and 3 as far as
just talking about.
Yeah, figuring out which one he's in.
So we kick things off, only going 2 wide with Junior Pippin and Hector Rana Jr. So they only have to look at the farthest left stage light and the farthest right stage light in this case.
Tell Alan next time you talk to him, he just needs to pay attention to the lowest ET on the board, because normally that's his.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, take a look at Hector Rana Jr. Had an oil leak in the first session, did not get to make a run, so let's see why he is first out. And he steps it up. Nice
#1.
pass.
As far as Junior Pippin, 21st. He'll come back tomorrow, 16th now.
Yeah, nice to see Junior Pippin back in the racetrack. His wife, Lisa, was diagnosed with breast cancer 2 years ago Thursday. She's doing well. They're back at the racetrack for the first time. First time she's traveled, and they're hoping to race about 9 or 10 events this season. Good news for the Pippin family.
Absolutely.
And take a look at Junior. That bike was really washing out towards the center. He was hanging on, trying to keep it over.
One way or the
off
other,
of them
the
blocks.
bike steer one way if it's got a habit of driving one way or the other.
Left to right on your screen right now. It will go Angie Smith, Michael Ray, Hector Arana, Justin Finley.
I'm glad we got widescreen.
First race of the year for Angie Smith. You saw Candy.com on the back of her bike. That's an internet magazine. Be sure to check them out. As Mr. Michael Ray goes to the top of the heat. 6.816 for George Bryce, whose daily driver is parked right behind his pit. Beautiful Corvette Stingray
style, and won his last race and retired.
Flashback to the first session. Watch the bike all the way on the right side of your screen. That's Elvira Carlson out of Sweden. Youngster trying to get over here and get herself established. She's having problems getting that bike to stop. Her Suzuki is going to find its way all the way to the gravel track.
Not too bad, though. Not unusual to see those brakes go away on motorcycles. In an effort to keep everything light, sometimes
and then
problems again now.
I've heard of those riders sometimes waving to the camera down there and forgetting to use the brakes and then drive it into the sand trap too. On occasion, I've heard.
We used to do that in the funny cars. Everybody says, "Hey, will you wave to me on the run?" I said, "Yeah, right when I stop on the burnout, I'll wave to you."
That leaves us with Fred Camarena, Joe DeSantis, and Katie Sullivan. Well,
whoa, hang on.
Right turn there, missed the blocks. Good job, Katie. Now let's see if these two, DeSantis or Camarena, change the timer around at all. Not very much. They will be outside of the top 16, which, by the way, that's also
picked up Full Throttle Power Sports, also a local company here in Charlotte, just from carrying around that Wally with them for the last month.
Win on Monday, or win on Sunday, sell on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Win on Monday, carry the Gold Man around for 5-6 weeks. Get sponsors. I like it. All right, a quick check of the time slips here. Find Scotty Polachek with the best, 684.3, but that's going to move him up to the number 3 spot. Not sure what's going on with scoring and timing right now. That shows Adam Arana lane 2, Eddie Krawick lane 1.
We got the Harleys, and we go back and talk about the power rankings and performance. Andrew Hines had a very good motorcycle, but both he and Eddie struggled on their reaction time. The bikes didn't leave it. When I looked at that, it gave me a pretty good idea that the bikes just weren't reacting for whatever changes they made over the winter. Jamie went over and talked to them and confirmed that that's pretty much what's happening. They're trying to get the bikes to leave a little bit quicker and get that better reaction time, because they were running some very good numbers down in Gainesville.
So a quick check of scoring and timing finds a couple of wacky things
I kept
there.
racing Sean Langdon.
Yeah.
Kept beating him.
Well, then,
what do I got to do?
Spencer Massey last year, I think he might have lost the first 2 rounds and came back and won the race in the final.
Yeah.
Antron beat him by 3/10,000 of a second or something in the semis, and he advanced because Spencer was second and went on to win.
John Hall, Chaz Kennedy, Matt Smith, and Jerry Savoie. Savoie in lane 3. Best time slip out of that pair belongs to John Hall, 685.7. Put him up to 4th. And guess what? Just that quick, Pro Stock Motorcycle second qualifying session is done. Difficult staging procedure behind Michael. It's Hector Arana Jr. On down to Chaz Kennedy in his 5th race for George Bryce. Jerry Savoie, Mike, down to 12, 692.6. But keep in mind that top 12, does not apply to this race. And Steve Johnson, your man, can sleep easier tonight with that gold man.
Well, it's a strategy. You know, if everybody cooperates, he'll be able to race Michael Ray first round.
So you see the riders that will have 2 more opportunities tomorrow. Standings, they remain the same as Michael Ray sits atop the heap. The defending event champion Hector Arana Jr. second. Scotty Polacek third, on down to Chaz Kennedy, Rookie of the Year contender, also for star and 8.
And speaking of event champions, we've only had one event this year. That's the Gator Nationals. Steve Johnson won, and he's not even on the list. Katie Sullivan bump spot with a 696.
Behind Steve Johnson, Freddie Camarina, Elvira Carlson, the 18-year-old from Sweden, Justin Finley, Joe DeSantis, and Junior Pippin have only one more shot. Benson, he will be over in lane 2 and lane 1. It's Junior Pippin, a great story there. His wife, Lisa, a couple years ago got diagnosed with breast cancer. She's doing better. They're at the races. Junior trying to get qualified, won't do it here. Justin Finley, did he run the number good enough to get in? No, he did not. So Katie Sullivan remains on the bump. 72-year-old Joe DeSantis is in lane 1. 18-year-old Swede Elvira Carlson in lane 2. DeSantis scheduled to be in lane 1, didn't make it. Katie Sullivan and Fred Camarina. Fred with problems. Lane 2 is going to get there first. That's Elvira, who unfortunately is going to come up short as well.
Missed it by 0.04 of a second. Katie Sullivan's remained on the bump.
Very nervous. He says we're either going to be heroes or zeros.
Along with him, Hector Arana, Jimmy Underdahl, and Angie Smith, lanes 1 through 3. Lane 4, that's where Steve Johnson's feeling the heat. To the clock, 7 flat for Steve Johnson. For the first time in NHRA history, a national event winner goes to the next race. DNQs. He's with a 6.961. The 3 riders on the track. Screaming Eagle Harley Davidson of Andrew Hines. Mike Berry in lane 3. And Adam Arana. The Buell in lane 4. That's a little more like it, side by each.
Nice run by
How about
Andrew.
that? 84-2 for Andrew Hines, who moves up to the number 3 spot. Gary Gerald.
Now we check in with Steve.
Under the bike of Jerry Savoie, who will be in lane 1. Matt Smith, the reigning champion, in lane 2. And lane 3, Eddie Krawick, Andrew Hines' teammate, Chaz Kennedy, running for a Rookie of the Year title. On that Buell, best time slip of that group, Matt Smith. Check, who went 6.85 to become the new point leader, but you have to leave with that point leader to get credit. Hector Arana Jr., the defending champion, the 4-wide race. John Hall, the Indy winner. And Michael Ray, who's out of this pass, but trying to hold on for second consecutive number 1 to start the year. And with a 6.83.5 pass, best of the weekend for Hector Jr., but only good for number 2. It's going to be Michael Ray, the number 1 in the first 2 rounds of racing. You advance. 5th time Michael Ray's the number 1 qualifier. He picks his lane with Katie Sullivan, Mike Berry, Chaz Kennedy. Scotty Polacek picks his against those 3 riders.
On the other side, you got Hector Arana Jr. has a very good motorcycle with Eddie Krawick in his group. And how about Andrew Hines and Hector Arana and Matt Smith? Some big names in that.
Well, it's been a couple of weeks. The point leader because of that DNQ. So the first 4 bikes. Buell in lane 1, John Hall. Scotty Polacek also aboard a Buell in lane 2. The Suzuki of Jerry Savoie, that's the Alligator Racer in lane 3. Adam Arana, in a long time since the MAV TV riders won a round of racing. Oh, good luck. Thank you for electronics. That'll allow me to tell you that Scotty Polacek and John Hall have just moved on. Lane 4 on far right of your screen. Lane 1 all the way to the left, Andrew Hines, no round wins. The 4 wide. And lane 2, Matt Smith, who won the first 4 wides. Lane 3, the guy who was runner-up to him, Hector Arana Sr. Oh, second consecutive race. Red light for Matt Smith in lane 2. Andrew Hines is going to get the stripe first. He'll be the first to move on, as does Hector Arana, who does it on a hole shot. 6.93.3 beats the quicker but losing 6.92.7 of Sean. Got it. Got it. We hope so.
Red light for Katie.
That's Katie holding on to a crossover. 2 and 4 are going to produce the winners here. It's Chaz Kennedy.
There's an upset. What happened to Michael Ray? Number 1 qualifier is gone.
Wow, how about that group right there?
That's it. I'm just watching the tree. Everybody's been pretty good. We've seen a couple red lights. That's not unusual, even when they're racing too wide in bikes, though.
Red line this time in lane 4, Jimmy Underdahl. It appears lanes 1 and 2 give the win, though, to Junior in lane 2, the defending event champion.
Nice run.
Low elapsed time of the race, 6.805 seconds.
24. The semifinals stack up with John Hall picking his lane first in that 4-pack of racers. Then Hector Arana Jr. here, candidate that for George Bryce. Two red lights in lanes 3 and 4. That's going to hand it to lanes 1 and 2. Scotty Polachek, John Hall, teammates going for Matt Smith Racing.
Well, that's got to take a little bit. I think the better of the teams would be Andrews a little bit better than Eddie, and Junior's has been a little bit better than his dad.
Who's better on the tree? 4 green lights.
It was late, though.
Boy, look at the Harley Davidsons. 1 and 4. Eddie and Andrew are going to the finals. So it's Matt Smith Racing that will take on the Screaming Eagle Vance and Hines Harley Davidson. So as previously talked about, Matt Smith Racing versus the Harleys, where Eddie Krawick will pick his lane first. Wow. It has been exciting today in the 4 wide nationals. But next time around, Gary Gerald in the finals.
In the first round, and then made another quick run in the second round.
Guaranteed to have a first-time pro stock motorcycle 4-wide winner in under 7 seconds. Green across the board. Trouble in 4. Harleys go 1 and 2. Give it to Andrew Hines. He's won championships. He's won the U.S. Nationals. He's never won the 4-wide till now.
Wow, how about that? John Hall had a great reaction time. Scotty Polachek was second off the line. The Harleys were almost dead even, but had the horsepower on the other end as Andrew Hines was able to get the win over Eddie Krawick by about half a bike length.
And Matt Hines, not only a win, but a 1